Hello, everyone. This is Data News. Some of you might know me because of Twitter. I think mostly of you have known me from Twitter. So anyway, I'm just gonna go real quick. My theories about the Game Awards. I'm just gonna talk about Game of the Year and just my theories about Hideo Kojima games, which are two of them. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about already. But let's just go real quick into this. So let's go into nominees and let's go into Game of the Year. I haven't voted yet. I should, but we still have 2 weeks. We still have 2 weeks. So anyway, here we have the nominees. So it's A Plague Tale, Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles. So I have played God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, but I haven't played A Plague Tale or Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade's look, I don't have a Switch. I could play it emulated with you or whatever. I'm not that much of a fan. I don't know that much the franchise of Xenoblade, and A Plague Tale. It's a game that I have on my backlog. I haven't just played it. Imagine I have a PS5 right here and I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. So I mean, it depends on the mood that I am in, right? So let's talk about Stray. So on my other channel that I have, I talk about Stray like for 30 minutes. Stray for me, it's a video game that it's really overrated. It lacked a lot of features. It lacked a lot of it's missing a lot of narrative points in the story. Um, there's just too much stuff behind the scenes or like hidden in the game, and personally I think that information should be mentioned on the main story. However, on Stray, what I think it's 808 Studios, and that's the studios, something 808-bit studios, and the publisher it's Annapurna. You can see here it's Blue 12 Studio, developed by Blue 12 Studio and published by Annapurna Interactive. So the problem that I have with Stray, it's that it was a game 100% developed to to be finished within 2 hours, and I think that was the issue with the game. A lot of people that didn't play that look, if you don't play a lot of video games and if you play Stray from the get-go, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is a really good game. Of course it's a good game because you don't have another example, you don't have another comparison. You get it, comparison with another game. You cannot compare. It's like if you saw, it's just the same as if you haven't never watched a movie and the first movie that you watch, you will love it, right? Because it's the first movie that you have seen. But over the years, when you play a lot of video games, you play a lot of movies, I you just try to get the idea or just the stuff that you like. So personally, that was the issue with Stray. There was a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that were mentioned in the main story. The game lacks. I don't mind ray tracing. It's just dumb stuff. It's just right now ray tracing for me is just marketing stuff, and it's pretty expensive to add it into game. Blah blah blah. What is Stray? The problem is it's a game that can be a speed run under 2 hours, like just the main story. It didn't have photo mode. It didn't have customization for the cat. Um, you weren't able to see the badges that he had on the cat on his little backpack stuff, and the ending of the game is just like a to be continued, right? But I mean that's just my opinion. So that's my opinion for Stray. Horizon Forbidden West is just an amazing game. It's technically it's just an amazing game. I'm surprised how fast, how beautiful does it work. I'm literally in love with Aloy. Well, I'm not literally. It's just you get it. It's an analogy. I'm not in love with her. Of course not. She's a video game character. She doesn't exist. But like her character model is just so insane. It's just so insane. Horizon Forbidden West, for me, it's the only game that I think it uses 100% of the PS5 capabilities, on my opinion. But when it comes to the story, the narrative, it's like, bro. And I get it. And is it the same thing that happened with God of War Ragnarok? They just did it just to make another video game. And I get it. I get it. And there's a DLC pending for Forbidden West. And we'll see how that turns out, right? God of War Ragnarok is just still the same. They're going for a third game. Um, a lot of plot twist, but I think the how can I say it? At the end of the story, Santa Monica tries to make you feel sorry for someone, but that particular someone, you cannot relate to his problems, if you know what I mean. Because I don't want to say spoilers, right? Um, I think God of War is missing that sentimental part for me. But I mean, the gameplay, it's just flawless, just the same as Horizon Forbidden West. God of War Ragnarok, honestly, it still looks like a PlayStation 4 game. I'm sorry, that's the truth. You can check the Digital Foundry review. It's basically the same. Yes, I know I think it's checkerboard. I'm not quite sure, but Horizon Forbidden West looks amazing compared to God of War Ragnarok. And God of War Ragnarok, I will give them that they have good characters, but it doesn't have a good story. That's it. And well, as I mentioned, I haven't played Elden Ring, Plague Tale, and Xenoblade. But Elden Ring is getting Game of the Year 100%. The reason of this, why? I'm not a Souls games fan. I tried to play Sekiro. I played Neo 2 COP with one of my good friends, and I mean Neo was good. Just like arcade, I don't know. And I know that on the Souls game you have to make your own path, blah 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 blah. And yes, I haven't given Elden Ring a test, but the impact that Elden Ring had in not only the Souls community, in every single community, it was just amazing. People that haven't even touched a Souls game like me, they were playing it. They were just hooked into the game. The week that Elden Ring launched, nobody else was playing other than Elden Ring, and everyone was doing their like builds, their tips, recommendations. There was this dude, I don't remember his name, and I'm sorry. It's the dude that helps you to kill Millennia. I think it is her name. And even Bandai sent him some gifts because he had an impact on the community as well. So it's just amazing how Elden Ring brought and created this crazy community. And after the game was released and the hype was leveled down, blah blah blah, there are a few things that people didn't like. That it was too long, that they have a lot of cut content, and they waiting for the DLC, blah blah blah. But I mean, that's up to Bandai to release them. And yeah, I will give Elden Ring a try soon. I will play it with a guide. And but yes, Elden Ring definitely is going to get Game of the Year. And well, Xenoblade and Plague Tale, I don't have any opinion on that. I'm sorry if you think Plague Tale it's worthy of GOTY, or Xenoblade Chronicle is worthy of GOTY. You can just tell me, and I will play. Definitely, I will play a Plague Tale, like the two games. Xenoblade, I don't think so, and Elden Ring, I don't think so either. Not right now, or maybe yes, who knows? And just the last thing. So regarding when it comes to theories, so I mean, there's a lot of games that have been, I think there's. I'm a Sony, not fanboy, but I like PlayStation. So it's just pretty funny that Always Sony reveals something good on the Game Awards. They didn't release anything big this year. They actually didn't even show gameplay for Ragnarok. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, we're getting, most likely an update on Starlink from Bethesda. We're getting an update for Spider-Man. We're getting an update for Callisto Protocol, which has been delayed to February 12th, 2023. And Wolverine, the video game, also made from, the studio that made the Spider-Man games, and Insomniac Games. Alan Wake 2. So it's pretty packed up. But mostly what I want to talk about, it's that this is the thing that I just told you is just not 100%, but I'm 100% sure that Hideo Kojima is gonna be presenting his 2 new games. They say that Death Stranding 2, it's codename Ocean, so that may be the name of Death Stranding 2. I'm saying that it might be Death Stranding Part 2, or Death Stranding Ocean, whatever you want to call it. But we're getting Death Stranding, Death Stranding, the sequel, whatever, and the game Overdose, which, well, I already talked about it on this channel. But Overdose is getting it's getting revealed on the Game Awards. So I don't know. I think it's gonna last like 2 hours and a half. And yeah, I obviously I'm missing some games, but this is just like my interest of the games. I think we need to keep an eye on Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, Starlink. No, it's not Starlink. Well, the video game from space that is from Bethesda, and Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol, developers from Dead Space games. So that's gonna be neat. And maybe, something from EA, another Star Wars game, Ubisoft as always, Assassin's Creed. We can talk about the theories all day, but I'm 100% sure that Hideo Kojima is going to be presenting Overdose and Death Stranding sequel. So yeah, I just talked for 12 minutes, so I'm leaving. Thank you everyone that watches my videos. And yeah, that will be all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, because it's weekend right now. So see you guys.